Hello and welcome. We're just going to take a few minutes to let the algorithm kick in and allow everyone to start coming on today. So, some of you guys might know that I really enjoy working with the Akashic Records. And one of the biggest things that I've been pulled to do is to talk about it a little bit more, because you guys, we all need to know what the Akashic Records are, why people love them so much, and how you can move into your own. So today, I'm just going to talk about all of that stuff, just the way it is. So why do I love? So what is the Akashic Records to begin with? So the Akashic Records is your soul's DNA of everything your soul's ever been through in any lifetime. And that's universal. It's not just here on earth. Our souls have been through so much that when we enter the earth and we're born through that canal, we forget a lot of this stuff. And it's time we come back into remembering who we are and allow our children to come back into remembering who they are. So why do I enjoy the Akashic Records so much? Well, the Akashic Records is that one place where you can go find out who you are, why you're here, what your purpose is. You get to see all the different aspects about what your soul has been through to brought you to this moment in time right now. And once we do that, a lot of us, if we're going through a lot of trials and errors, and we kind of stop and think, wait a minute, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't be going through all this. This all needs to be changed, and we can rewrite things within the Akashic Records. Can we undo events? No. Can we change the emotional feeling of the event so that way it becomes positive? Yes. Because the reason why we hang on to things, or the reason why things end up coming negative back to us time and time again, is because we were not okay of the way things ended with certain events. And so then we have a tendency to hang on to it. And boy, do we like to hang on to things a little bit too much, I would think. So if you're one of those people that you have to tell your story over and over and over again, you're not okay with the way things are. So, hey guys, little hint for you for women out there. If they're constantly bringing up certain events time and time again, it's because they are not okay with the way things have been resolved, and still things need to change within their own perception. And it may be something that you might need help with. Just so you know. Little tidbit. Some guys haven't figured that out yet. Some have. Awesome, cool. So then, as I started entering the Akashic Records over 10 years ago and going through my own healing journey within it, I have come to recognize that there's so many different things within the Akashic Records that we get to go in and explore and have fun. And yet I have also been shown over the last couple of years that there is a difference between the matrix part of it and the universal side of it. And that is an interesting concept once you come to realize it. It's not something that is just you wake up. It's something you pretty much just wake up to, like one day, like, whoa, wait a minute. It's like waking up. Once you see, you can never unsee. So it's just really a different concept of being able to access and what you're able to access. So if you're in the Universal Akashic Records, you get to access past events in the world and all dimensions. That has been really cool lately. some of the things that I've been doing is really going back to the Atlantis time period here on Earth and really seeing what that's really all about and what they've been showing me. You guys, what we know, we don't know. I'm just going to put that out there. If you think you know, you probably don't know. Some tidbits here and there, we probably all know, like they've been showing me a little bit, so I know some tidbits here and there, but I still don't know what all happened. Some of the things you can find within or see within the Akashic Records are the different dimensions. So right now, we are leaving the 3D dimension and working through our fourth to enter the fifth. 3D, Madonna said it best when she said, I'm a material girl in a material world. Hello. Where have we been for the last maybe 100 years, right? Yeah, immaterialism. Hey, if you can't afford it, finance it, right? Yeah. Let's rethink this a little bit. So as we move through this world, there's the different dimensions. There is your parallel universes that you get to access. And I know there's some people out there that will tell you that the parallel universes, that you can live in one dimension, many dimensions or many universes at the same time. In the universe, yes, you can. Here on Earth, no, you can't. There is a difference. So here on Earth, if you're not achieving or getting anything you want here, it's because it's happening in a parallel universe. And then we need to stop and think and go, oh, wow, this is not happening here. So how do I call all this stuff back into my world right here in this lifetime? Which means that, yes, in the Matrix Akashic Records, that has to end. It was through my journey of ending my parallel universes, calling things back into this world in this lifetime, that I realized the differences between the two, where you get to go and what you get to see. It has been an amazing journey throughout these last 10 plus years to access, and how much it's changed over time just because of calling things back and becoming my full self. And really, like, yeah, you can care about what other people think, but if they're just dogging you because their ego's in the way or something like that, don't fret it. I mean, I realized a long time ago that people are going to talk, so I might as well give them something to talk about. And I've been enjoying it since. So some of the things you can find is, we talked about a little bit with the Atlantis time period, is the past universal stuff. That has been a really interesting to see the Atlantis time period on Earth. I've still been going in every single day to see exactly what it's about. Seeing we can access different planets of life. There are so many planets out there. And the Akashic Records, especially the Universal Akashic Records, has access to all of that. So I was listening to someone, and they once said that the way out of the Matrix is through the Akashic Records. And even though I was pretty much born awake, I was not thrilled about the school system early on and the way teachers treated everyone. I was not thrilled about having to be forced to memorize things. I was not pleased with a lot of the stuff with the school system in elementary and through high school. College was a little different for me. But even today, college is way different today than it was when I went to college. Unfortunately, it is. There's a lot more memorization and a lot less teaching you how to think going on. So when we enter the Akashic Records and we get to the point where we get to see like past universal lives and past lives here on Earth and other cultures and stuff like that, we start to come to realize and fully wake up to our soul's potential and why we are truly here on this planet. And yeah, right now this planet is going through a major overhaul. I mean, it's like somebody took out that engine, took it totally apart, and is shining everything back up for us. And when it's done, it is going to be actually truly amazing. So we just need to get there. But everyone needs to do their part to get there. It's not going to be one magical person riding that golden white horse coming to save the day, right? You're Prince Charming or Princess Leia. You know, they're not coming. You are your savior. Remember that. So as I was entering the Akashic Records, another thing you can get into the Akashic Records are your life books. These books are full of events and emotional content of how you felt at the ending of every event that you've ever been through. And so a lot of times when I enter into the Akashic Records, I'll like take an emotion and go, okay, let's work on this emotion today. And there's times where it may take 2 to 3 days to work through that emotion in the Akashic Records, because there could be so much of those books that have that emotion as an ending. And so we go through, we take care of those emotions, we release them, we let them go. And we just kind of go, yeah, this feels much better. I know when I started to work through bringing back ending things, parallel universes, bringing back soul fragments, you guys, you don't understand that parallel universes, the reason why they're there is because your soul has been through trauma in other places, and those things have been ripped off. And so it's time to call back our soul fragments from past trauma. And yes, with that is going through the dark to the light and realizing exactly what is going on, what is happening, why this happened to begin with, so we can change it for today. We can't go, we can change the emotion part of it like I talked about earlier, but we cannot actually go back and change the event. So, but we can change how it ended. We can change the emotional content of it. As kids, we don't realize we can do this. As adults, we kind of know that, hey, if it's not okay, it's really not done yet. And we just may need to buy a few more times until it's totally okay. And then we can go, oh, it's done. But kids don't always have those concepts. Kids, a lot of times, they get frustrated and then they let it go. And they forget that it's there. Which in a way is a really good thing if the parents and the adults around them rewrite things to make sure that that negative thing is being replaced with a lot more positive things. But if we're in that space where every single day we're getting hit with negative and negative and negative and negative, guess what? That's all you're going to know. That's all your soul's going to know. And then we become adults, and every time we like get up, we crash. We get up, we crash. We're on this major roller coaster ride. And it's like, and a lot of times by the time people, adults hit their 30s and 40s with this roller coaster ride, they're done. They can't handle it anymore. And we're like, oh, it's a mental health issue. Yeah, it is. But it's also because we've been through so much trauma that we just can't take it anymore. Your soul can only handle so much before it says, I'm done, I'm out. And so, as a soul being, we can kind of choose that sometimes too. Like we're done. This is up, Yeah, people think it's sad, it's hard. Everyone who is living, death is, does it hurt sometimes? Okay, so when a soul is born into the world, the angels cry because they know how hard it's going to be in this world for that soul. When we die, the angels rejoice, and here on earth we cry. And so it's kind of the opposite going on. So even no matter how we go, you guys, we just need to learn that they are in their best place and they tried their best while they're here. I know over the next couple of years, you guys, I've been shown even through the Akashic Records and with my abilities the information that I receive, that we are in for this rocky road. And we need to start coming together as a community and having compassion for each other. I've seen some people who are really, really stringy about some things, and they are just out and attacking people. And we need to hold our ground, like know our truth. But I know I even got caught in this last night. If somebody who is just really defiant about seeing the truth of what's going on, you don't try to convince them. Because no matter what, it's a waste of your breath. It is time that we all learn to move through the Akashic Records. And so that way, the day will come when you get to leave this matrix. So what I've been told and shown is that if we know how to enter the Akashic Records upon leaving our bodies, we can enter into the Akashic Records with our soul and head back out of the earth realm into the universal realm again. Because after all, our souls are just plasma beings, plasma energy. We're in a carbon body. And so it is time. I've loved the concept of the rainbow bridge, and I've seen it many times. But yet I've also seen it how that rainbow bridge gets you back into coming right back into the earth matrix. So what if we actually had access to leaving this matrix when we pass on? Wouldn't that be a lot better than needing to come back here? And I know there's some people that are going to have a really hard time with this concept. Yet, there's some people that are going to be like, yeah, I get this. So those are the ones I want to read. So I hope this has helped a lot about what the Akashic Records are, what you get to do in them. Oh my gosh. The reason why I totally love the Akashic Records with all my heart is that I love seeing how it helps other people when we clear up a lot of stuff and they get to start having they're relaxing for the first time. Their anxiety becomes a little bit lower. Doesn't mean that it never comes back. But during this time, I'm also teaching them how to relax from that anxiety. They're learning to connect with themselves and knowing who they are. And it's just this great emotional thing that I'm so glad that I'm part of here on this earth to help everyone through where and what is really happening. So I am Majestic Michelle. You can go ahead and get a hold of me at healingwithmichelle.michelleadams.com. I'm also on Facebook with Healing with Michelle Adams. And I also have a group page called the Akashic Records on Facebook. So those are a few places you can get a hold of me. Love talking to you guys. See you later. Enjoy your beautiful day.